problems in your marriage because of your ex? Well, you want to stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. We're going to save your marriage on today. All right, welcome to Relationship Essentials. We're talking about marriage, how to deal with the exes on today. We're going to help you save your marriage and help you build it and get stronger with the person that you're married to. Y'all ready? All right, so tip number 1. We always need to make sure that we know and everybody else around us know that you are married to your spouse, not your ex. So your focus should be on your spouse. Y'all need to be together, and y'all need to be together on everything. Even if there is a disagreement, hey, I'm with my spouse. This is who I'm with. This is who I have to prove things to, and this is what it is. Tip number 2. There needs to be an understanding between you and your spouse, your current spouse, that there will be no disrespect at any point. Y'all need to have that understanding between yourselves and with the outside parties. Everybody needs to have that understanding, because when you respect your spouse, others will respect your spouse as well. These are things that break down and tear up a relationship that needs to be talked about and thought of. So make sure that there's an understanding that, hey, look, baby, I'm with you. I'm not with my ex. You're who I come home to. My happiness at home is what matters. So you got to make sure that you focus on what's important, what's in front of you. Okay? Now, tip number 3. Y'all ready? I hope so. Y'all go ahead and share and tag this video. Relationship Essentials is helping building your relationship. Tip number 3. You never, I mean never, ever, you never compare your current to your ex. You don't say things like, well, my ex never did that, or my ex do stuff like this, or my ex food tastes like that. Because I'm going to tell you what that's going to get you. That's going to get you in a hot seat with your current spouse. And the thought, if it don't come out the mouth, is going to be, well, maybe you should go back to your ex. Because y'all got some things that y'all need to fix and work out. Because you don't want that insecurity to come across their mind, because the devil will play with an individual's mind. Okay? And when they play with the mind, then that opens doors for insecurity, more insecurity. So you want to secure the spouse's mind that you are enjoying them, that you are with them once again. All right, so we're going to the next tip. Tip number 4. Need to make sure. I mean, you need to really make sure. This is so good that I wrote it down in my notes. You never, by any means necessary, confide in your ex. There is never a right time to confide in your ex. Your ex is your ex. They're your ex, sure. When you and your spouse have a disagreement, an argument, or anything like that, that's between you and your spouse, not you and your ex. You don't tell your ex things about you and your wife. Because remember, not all exes do this, but we have some out there that's not happy that you're gone. We have some that don't want to see you happy. So you do not ever need to confide in your ex about your spouse. Your ex is your ex, and your current is your current. The question is, who are you trying to prove things to? And are you really wanting your relationship to work? All right, tip number 5. The singing note of your ex's name across the land. All right, so it is very agitated for everything that you see, everything that you do reminds you of your ex. And then you therefore your whole conversation is about your ex, that tells me that either you are not over them or you just need some teaching on, you gotta let that stuff go. And remember that the person that you are with has feelings as well. Remember that their time is valuable and important, and they're putting all they have into the relationship. So should you. Your ex stays behind you, and what's in front of you is what you focus on. So to say stuff all day, well, my ex did this, and my ex did that, well, my ex did this, that's too much ringing the name. If your ex has hurt you and caused you heartache and pain, yes, you can talk to your spouse about this. Let them know that, hey, this hurt me, that hurt me, they did this and that. But remember, they're your ex for a reason. Talk about it, get that stuff over with. Do not parade and sing their name all day long, because that'll get you in some problems in your relationship as well. Because you need to be singing the new person's name, because they are ready to start a new life and adventure with you. So y'all need to just get to it and start y'all's new life of love and friendship and focus on each other, because I'm telling you, when you have a bond with your spouse and both of y'all are in it to win it, these are the things that you will fix, because you want to make sure that you secured the mind. And another thing that I need to talk to you guys about today is dealing with your ex if they are the custodial parent. It is what it is. I gotta talk about it. Well, if the custodial parent don't want you to see your child and want you to come visit by yourself to cause problems between you and your spouse, go put yourself on some child support so that you can get some visitation rights to see your child or children, and allow your spouse to know what's going on, because they use this to cause problems in your relationship.
So you mean to tell me, put myself on child support?
Put yourself on child
Put
support.
yourself on child support. I had to come, and I'm the man behind the scenes that she says all the time, but when she said that, I had to come and give my 10 cents, 5 cents, 100 cents on it.
Valuable.
I think it takes a real man to do that. Most men typically try to skate by the fact that they don't want to really pay child support, so they try to keep maybe a side connection or something to keep them paying child support. But that's your legal ticket
to see your children.
To see your children, because technically when a person gets bitter, if it's a bitter relationship, she or he may keep you from your kids.
And that happens.
So how do you deal with that? So, if you go through the courts, put yourself on child support, a lot of times the judge honors that. And it works in your favor. So
it does.
I just had to come, and it ain't that I'm trying to clean it up or nothing, but I just child support.
Well, I mean,
because I paid my dues. I've truly paid my dues, and I thank God that I was able to provide for my children, and I never missed a payment. Thank God for that. It's not that I'm trying to brag or boast or whatever, but during the time me and you got together, I was paying child support.
He was paying child support.
And so, that granted me,
visitation rights.
Yeah, I had parental rights then. A lot of times a man don't have rights if he don't pay his child support. So,
and it could be a woman too. But that breaks and stops the ex from having control over you seeing your child. Well, I don't want him around him, or I don't want her around him. That type of situation that causes problems when y'all trying to make it, because they simply not happy that you, for one, because you gone, and two, because you're happy. Remember, they are your ex for a reason.
Right.
It's either they done broke your heart, hurt you, they done something to become the ex. Whatever it was that made them become your ex, let that be the reason that they stay your ex, because they gonna hurt you again. And a lot of them, they see you happy, they ain't called you in 6 months or more, and when they do see you with somebody else, here they come. Why? because it's a tormentive spirit.
And I tell you, I must say this. We speak from experience. It's not that I'm trying to bash any of my children's mothers. I think they've done a great job. 'Cause it takes a village to raise kids, and I'm glad. I've really been blessed to have my other kids' moms to be pretty much supportive and
Children's life.
And so I'm just
yin and yang going on here.
Yeah, it's a yin and yang type of thing. Yeah.
Another thing that needs to be brought up is when you guys are together and y'all are dealing with children. Children don't just hate the step parent when they see them. It's taught to them. To make sure that you don't take down to that. Like I say, get you some backbone and stand up. Get your parental rights for that visitation right with your kid because you love the child. And you teach them to love who you love, because when you respect your spouse, they respect your spouse too.
And I guess another reason why I wanted to come from behind the scenes, number one, it was the child support. But number two, just back to the child support thing again, I guess, because that's what, got me to come up here. But when you pay child support, that does give you rights. And if the mom is bitter, and I'm speaking to the man, I really can't speak from a woman's point of view, but I can only speak to the man when when a woman is trying to keep you from seeing your kids. Man, go pay your child support, do what you got to do.
Child support isn't a bad thing. It's actually
and it gives you rights, and so you ain't really got to deal with her, but legally she's got to let you see your kids. And so I just think it takes a special, but not special, but a real man to do that. When you've had kids by another woman, but have moved on and gotten yourself together and married the next woman that you're with. So this is not about girlfriend boyfriend thing, because
playtime is over.
You know what I'm saying? But when you get married, you know what I'm saying, you have to cross your T's, dot your I's. You see what I'm saying? So
what he's saying is, don't try to stay in the bed with your ex trying to avoid child support.
Right.
Man up, stand up.
Right.
And women, if this is you and this is happening to you, don't allow this to go on.
Right.
You got feelings. You are just as important, and you do not have to take down for stuff like that. And vice versa for on the opposite side of the relationship. Make sure that when they are your ex, they are your ex. They should not be calling you, well, this person, this child needs this and they want you to come over. It's 2 a.m. Ain't no 2 a.m. visit around her. And so forth.
And if y'all don't have kids, y'all shouldn't even be involved with each other anyway.
It's over.
It's pretty much over. When you close a book, you don't reopen it. When you got another book and you put a ring on it. That's something that I had to learn the hard way, and I'm just trying to share it with somebody that may be going through it. We only speak from experience.
Right.
I've been married before or whatever, and I didn't take my first marriage serious. As a matter of fact, it's I'd rather not get into it, but the things I've learned, I just want to share with you guys, and it just made me you made my attention, you made my ears stand up when you said, well, go put yourself on child support, man. That's just something you don't hear.
Because a woman can do it as well. Put yourself on child support. Right. There is nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. And it's actually showing your child, because they may grow up and say, well, Dad, Mom said you didn't do anything for me. Well, here it is, my receipt, and this is the court order.
Right.
That I took care of you.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm going to tip on back out of here.
All right. Because this is good. This is awesome to talk about. Now, what I want you to understand and remember is, when you are dealing with your ex, you need to be dealing with your spouse, and y'all need to have an agreement that, hey, this is my spouse, this is who you're going to talk to and deal with, and this is what it's going to be. Because I'm going to let you know now, your exes is not all happy for you. Especially when they see that you're happy and doing good. Now, this doesn't apply to every ex, because everybody is different. But this does apply to those with the baby mama drama, or they just the ex drama type of thing. So make sure that when you are talking to your ex, for whatever reason, your wife is present. You don't want the devil to creep in through any crack and for them to say, well, I was on the phone with him last night, because words travel around. girls talk a lot, and it will come back that you were doing something that you wasn't supposed to do. And let me give you this note. When you get mad and upset at your spouse, that is no time for you to just say, well, I'm going to go hang out with my ex. Talk to my ex, because this covers what I just said, and I'm just breaking it down to you, and confide in my ex about my current, because they make me feel better. No, you need to focus on what's in front of you so that you can get better, so y'all can get the relationship to build and to be stronger. And if you are the ex, then you need to make sure that you don't take nobody else down with you and drag them through the mud because you haven't gotten over somebody from your past and making a mistake with hurting other people's hearts. Alright, so that's a mouthful, and I'm going to leave you guys on that note. But your assignment for this week is to make sure that your spouse and you have an agreement on how to deal with all outside parties. Focus on her. Y'all get a pen and paper. Write it down or type it up, however you got to do it. Go to Walmart or somewhere, get you a picture frame up y'all's agreement and put a date on it and hang it up where y'all can see it and live by it. Alright, so you guys have a good day, and I thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video, because we got to spread God's word and save marriages. And happy Thanksgiving. Bye bye.